Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today I've got this adorable little I'll Forget You Not Post-it note cover, but it's not your usual Post-it note cover. I saw some of these on YouTube. Dawn Griffith did a really good tutorial for a 3x3 Post-it pad and decided that I needed to do a little stand-up desktop sticky note easel. I'm using these little jot sticky notes and I'm going to grab one of those out of there for this project. And this little easel cover folds flat. It's a little interactive, stands up, and this is what it looks like sitting on your desk. Isn't that just the cutest thing you ever saw? All right, so I'm gonna see how they go for craft fairs if I find myself ever back in craft fairs again. All my spring shows were canceled, but once I put this together, I was like, oh, so cute. So I'll let you know. Keep watching KitchenTableStamper.com, and I'll let you know if these sell, but it probably won't be until fall season that I get to try them. But I'm just thrilled with the interaction of it and the way that it displays your work just so beautifully, but in a cute little practical way for your recipient. So I'm using today the little elephant stamp set and the elephant builder punch. I decided to get back into the Stampin' Up annual catalog because Stampin' Up demonstrators are about to get the retirement list on April 22nd. And a peek at and a PDF of the brand new 2020-2021 annual catalog. So things are going to be moving fast, changing very fast in the next couple of weeks with Stampin' Up. Demonstrators, as usual, get everything first, which is really awesome. So if you've ever thought about being a Stampin' Up demonstrator, now might be a good time. Well, now's always a good time to buy the starter kit. It's a great value. All right, so I'm starting out here with some pieces. I've got a bunch of hearts here that are all cut out. I cut those using the Be Mine stitched framelits dies, or the Be Mine stitched dies. And so there's a die that comes in this framelits that cuts out this beautiful little, I don't know, outline spray of hearts, but it cuts out all the little ones and I use these for embellishment all the time. So that's what I did. I cut this ahead with terracotta tile and just pulled out all the hearts. And we're going to take one that's kind of a medium size one and put the rest aside for another project. I got a really cute card that matches this coming soon. I've also got a terracotta tile strip here, and this is the base of our project. This is the Post-it note wrapper. I did Bermuda Bay on this one. Let's see how it looks with terracotta tile. Isn't that awesome? All right, so this piece is 2 1/4 by 7 1/8, and we're gonna score that one. Now don't worry, there's a project sheet on the blog, KitchenTableStamper.com, and you can find a link directly if you're watching on YouTube, directly below in the description to the blog post. Once you're on the blog post, you want to click on the printable project sheet link right under the embedded video. If you're on the blog, it'll be there on the underneath the embedded video. So we got it in at the 7 1/8 inch side, and we're gonna score at 2 1/4, 2 5/8, 3 3/4, and 4 7/8. Now I keep a little template handy. I don't know if you're visual like me and you need to see that. I always put a picture of the template in the project sheet too, so you have that visual guide. So there's our terracotta tile wrapper. Let's grab a bone folder and work those creases. I just love this little interactive holder, and I love how the easel allows my work, my craft, my gorgeous little elephant to be displayed on a desktop. Just too cool. All right, so here's our cover. This was the 2 1/4 inch and then the 2 5/8. This becomes the base where we'll add our post-it notes or our sticky notes in just a minute. Then we've got 2 more kind of medium-sized segments here, and then our easel. So what you're looking for at this point is a nice strong adhesive. You could use a little strip of tear and tape here, or you could use a little bit of fast fuse. I'm going to use multi-purpose liquid glue because it gives a good permanent bond. We're going to fold nearly in half on that second to last score. We're going to add adhesive in the smaller segment here and then fold back the larger segment. See that? Now we've just created our easel. I'm going to do some designer series paper. I've got this ice cream cone pattern. I don't know why it works with elephants, but it does. My daughter Desi suggested it, and I love it. This is from the birthday bonanza suite, and we're going to adhere these 2-inch squares to the front easel. I'm going to use some multi-purpose liquid glue. So that little panel that we just folded back, center it so it's got a nice even margin all the way around. And then we're going to glue a 2-inch square inside our post-it or sticky note cover. Because when we add our sticky notes, this little top edge here is where the easel sits, is going to show when you open up your cover. So let me get your sticky notes here. I've got tear and tape adhesive. I'm going to add a little equal sign on the back of my Post-it pad. And we're going to center this right to left. Let's make sure it opens the right way. Center this right to left, just on the edge of our designer series paper. You're going to have the tiniest little hair of a border that shows of the designer series paper all the way around. So just be careful when you're adding your pad so that it looks nice and even. You got your Post-it note placed. That's the stopper for your easel now. So that will stand right up. Oh, that's just so much fun. That's it. You've done the mechanics of it. That's the hard part. Now let's decorate. Got a scrap of Whisper White cardstock here. About 2.5 by 3.5 is all you'll really need. I'm going to grab my basic gray Stampin' pad and the larger elephant from the Little Elephant stamp set. Little Elephant stamp set is a 15-piece clear mount rubber stamp set from the 2020-2021 annual catalog that is about to retire, and it coordinates with the Elephant Builder punch. So let's ink up in basic gray. Watch the orientation of your punch. We're using a little bigger elephant, so we want him at the edge of the paper. And lift. And I'm going to clean off my stamp. Treated myself to a new simple chamois. I love this dude. I'm gonna just wipe away the basic gray ink because we're gonna switch to Bermuda Bay so we can do a cute little ear detail. So let's change out our ink pad. Let's protect our surface. I got a piece of the little Stampin' Up grid paper. I love this stuff, it comes in so handy. And a scrap of Pool Party cardstock. Gonna ink our elephant in Bermuda Bay and stamp. We're only concerned about getting the ear here. Now let's punch. We're gonna drop the little elephant in. Oh, it's kind of short. Let me show you how we're gonna handle that. First, I'm gonna stamp my elephant, or punch my elephant. So I'll get him all centered. Love that little dude. Then I'm gonna take a smidge of snail adhesive on the scrap. Adhere my Pool Party. Now I've got a nice little handle. Make it super easy. We're gonna punch out that Pool Party ear. How do you like that? little handle idea. I'm notorious for losing little bits. So let's grab a half a Stampin' Dimensional, a little mini, half a mini, and we're going to adhere the ear to our elephant. Doesn't that just bring him to life? I love that two-tone plaid elephant. One more thing to give him some life. I got my black Stampin' Right marker, and I'm going to give him a little black eye. Before I set him aside, I'm going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back. Just a couple of minis, and we'll set him aside. Here's our sample. Here's the new one that we're building right now. I've got a couple more pieces that I die cut ahead of time for you. Let me show you those. My sentiment panel comes from the rectangle stitch dies, and it's what I call M, which is the very littlest. It's a 1/2 inch by 2.5 inches little stitched rectangle cut from Whisper White. And then I used my layering circle dies to cut some more of this awesome Birthday Bonanza Designer Series paper. This one is the 2 7/8 inch circle, and its coordinating scallop is 1 15/16, and that's from Coastal Cabana. Let's go ahead and adhere these two pieces together. We're going to put our Designer Series paper on the little scallops. I wanted to use more of the Designer Series paper patterns and see how they would work out. So that's the different color combinations here. We'll see which one we like better when we're all done. I put some multi-purpose liquid glue, avoiding the top 1/3 of our stitched circle, because we're going to go ahead and add that, but it's going to flow over past the top of our little Post-it note cover. Now our little elephant, let's get that dude on there so we don't lose him. Peel those dimensionals and stick him on high of center, because we're still going to work out our little I'll Forget You Not panel. Grab my Bermuda Bay ink again, and I'll Forget You Not comes from the little elephant stamp set. We're going to stamp I'll Forget You Not with Bermuda Bay ink on our little stitched rectangle right of center, leaving some room for a little linen thread bow and a heart embellishment. Oh, I just love that. So cute. Got my linen thread here. I'm going to spool off about 9 inches or so and tie it around my tag. And I'm going to make a bow. Kind of loopy with long tails and lower than center. Cut off the excess. So cute. I don't know, I think I like the terracotta tile one. Let's see once I get the sentiment on if I like the terracotta tile or the Bermuda Bay better. We need our mini dimensionals again, and we're gonna go ahead and put, now look at your 2.5 inch greeting is wider than the posted base entirely, so be careful when you place your dimensionals. You don't want them on that last 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch on either the right or the left edge. Peel the dimensionals and let's get those guys. This is your last chance to kind of finesse or move your linen thread before you sandwich it in underneath. We're going to center right to left so it hangs off on the right and left sides equally, and just cover our elephant's feet. And now, because you can't have too much dimension on a 3D project, it doesn't have to go in the mail, it doesn't have to go in an envelope. Let's add another dimensional here. We're going to add a little 1/2 of a mini dimensional to the back of our heart. We're going to kind of twist our bow around, get that out of the way, and put that right over the knot. Give our ribbon a little finesse here. All right, there they are. Let's stand them up so you can see kind of what they'd look like on a desktop. There's our Bermuda Bay. So cute. What What a proud way to display our art, right? Terracotta tile. Which one do you like better, Bermuda Bay or terracotta tile? If you're on the blog, leave a comment and let me know. If you've got questions about the 2021 annual catalog retirement, about being a kitchenette, joining Stampin' Up, we get the new catalog next week. If there's anything you can do to help you stay crafty, email marissa@kitchentablestamper.com, and to shop 24/7, buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching.